Hi. This is not really a video I would normally do, but I've had it on my mind for a while ever since YouTube suggested or not suggested, it generated a thumbnail that was Bart. Their AI generated thumbnails they used to be really funny. Now it's just like exactly what you imagine when you like picture AI generated slop. That word is overused a bit, but I think it's pretty apt here. I mean, just looking at these six, it's just like purple and blue and orange, I guess. But yeah, this has been an idea I've wanted to do for a while, just kind of seeing what YouTube's AI thinks Final Fantasy is about, I guess. The suggestions that I got used to be a lot more focused because it was much more of a greater like emphasis on Final Fantasy V, but ever since I started doing other Final Fantasy streams like Tactics A2, Dissidia 1, 2, 3, and 4 and the like, it's gotten a little more diverse, but still bad, and sometimes bad in a funny way. Like I don't know how much water this is burning up in the Atlantic Ocean, but I do periodically peek over to the inspiration tab just to see what kind of dumb shit can be seen. So why not just make a video showing off the dumb shit that I see on this tab? I would not expect another video like this. Like, I can do it, but I wouldn't expect it very regularly. So let's just go through, see what we got some suggestions here. This first one's a word salad. I don't think I would want to have a video title be this goddamn long. Analyzing Final Fantasy V boss mechanics through randomized job challenge gameplay streams. I can't even call that buzzword soup. It's just like, it's just words. There's no buzz at all. We dissect the chaotic intersection of RNG and tactical depth by pitting 4-Job Fiesta's randomized party compositions against Final Fantasy V's rigid boss AI. Evaluate how 4 suboptimal builds expose hidden vulnerabilities. Yep, I mean, okay. It's just like, oh, can certain parties beat bosses? Yeah, you can beat the fucking game with 4 berserkers. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Also, unless there's like a particularly notable thumbnail, it's not even really worth talking about. Like, they're all just guy dead center. This one's slightly off center, but only barely, with a big thing behind him, and occasionally an epic looking flame effect. Oh boy. Testing the most useless status effects in 5-pixel remaster. Okay, we tackle the mechanical absurdity of old, Mini, and Toad to determine if these debilitating status effects offer any tactical utility. By pitting a party of shrunken aging warriors against Xdeath's toughest encounters, we test if niche gear and specific blue magic can actually redeem these forgotten handicaps. I'm pretty sure you can't use magic if you're toaded, first of all. Lots of your viewers watch similar content in the last 28 days. Who the hell is watching Can You Only Beat Final Fantasy V as a Frog? Does that exist? I also don't think you can be Mini and Toaded at the same time. I kind of appreciate that the AI is, like, smart enough to know that old is a status effect, because that's really rare. There's at least one other Final Fantasy that has that as a debuff, but I can't remember what. Someone in my chat once told me. Strategic alignment with mechanical analysis. It bridges the gap between your analytical ranking videos and your high-stakes challenge run content. I don't really know if it bridges the gap at all. It's just another, like, can you beat Final Fantasy V? I actually just saw, I was looking up Backlog Buster not too long ago, and he had a video that's like, can you beat Final Fantasy IV as only pigs or something? So, like, it doesn't really bridge a gap, it's just a challenge run, which is fine, but like, I don't know what they're trying to say. Leveraging the Pixel Remaster content. Focusing on Pixel Remaster ensures your content remains time relevant in 2026, allowing you to highlight specific mechanical nuances or bug fixes unique to the version. Yeah, my channel is really in danger of becoming time irrelevant. It's not like my entire fucking all my popular videos are based on playing games from before Y2K. Can you complete Final Fantasy IV using only the Bard? No? Oh hey, it actually does mention him by name, Edward. Edward the Fragile Bard stands alone against the lunar horrors of a randomized Zeromus seed. Don't talk to me about Zeromus's randomized seed. We strip away the heavy hitters to test if Sing and Hyde, yeah, can survive high-level encounters. Success hinges on tactical turn manipulation and gear luck. Final Fantasy IV is fucking annoying, as I learned in my streams of that game. I'm way too used to 5 being just one giant quality of life patch for the series, because 4 is just annoying, proving whether this neglected support class possesses the hidden depth for solo viability. Edward is like basically the Onion Knight or Magikarp of Final Fantasy IV. Like, he sucks dick and ass and balls until like level 70 or something, and then his stats become insane. But in SNES, you can't play as him past the like hour that he's required. But in Advance, you can take him along, and he becomes like the strongest character in the game because you can actually use him, and he has really good equipment. But obviously you can't only use Edward, because yeah, he's only usable either in the first third of the game or the last 2 hours. While your channel's the authority on Final Fantasy V, I don't know if I'd say that. This idea pivots to 4 to prevent content stagnation. I think the people that are here are mostly just for Final Fantasy V. I mean, like, there is a want for other games. Like, I still get comments saying, like, would you play Bravely Default? Would you play Octopath Traveler? The video that I made most recently that just randomly got really popular was the bad parts and good games video, and I think that was just like one of those blessed by the algorithm videos. It wasn't really like diversifying content that got people interested. It was just, oh hey, this looks like an interesting video idea. The unpredictability of a randomizer. Wait, is this a randomizer? Oh yeah, the Zeromus seed, I forgot. I don't know, just 4 probably has a randomizer. I don't know why I'm staying on this Bard one so much. Completing a Final Fantasy V randomizer using only throwable ninja items. Yeah, that seems like the fucking easiest shit ever. We navigate the chaos of a randomized world by stripping away every tactical option except the ninja's throw command. We must hoard rare consumables. If you're watching this and don't know somehow, throw is like one of the best abilities in the game. You could literally just give throw to everybody and beat the game extremely easily because you can throw old weapons. Throwing scrolls are only 200 gil and are really, really strong enemy party nukes, basically. And they can hit water element, which is very unique. The only other job that can reliably do that is Summoner. And then shurikens and Fuma shurikens, if you get the gil for them, are super powerful, and the final dungeon gives you like 5 free Fuma shurikens. So there's like, this would not be interesting. The 0 EXP, 0 ABP run, I'm pretty sure was only possible because I could use throwing scrolls. Which, if I could do any challenge run harder than 0 EXP ABP, it would definitely be, and also no throwing scrolls, along with no gil toss rod breaking, because there was a comment that pointed that out as like, you banned rod breaking, but you're allowing throwing scrolls, and in retrospect, yeah, that's kind of a silly... It's kind of a glaring flaw in that run. I still think that run is legitimate. Like, that's definitely that's one of the hardest challenge runs of any game I've ever done still, but yeah. This concept directly builds on your reputation for deep diving into job mechanics by forcing you to exploit the ninja class's most expensive and overlooked tactical niche. Okay, well, yeah, you had me for a while there, YouTube, but you lost me. It's probably just because Ninja shows up on my channel so infrequently. It's the fucking Berserker / Mystic Knight show on my channel. By combining a randomizer, oh my fucking god, the randomizers. I have no idea when the timeline of this being uploaded compared to the highlights of my career day randomizer are, but I'm not a huge fan of randomizers because most of them go the same way for me, where you get super overpowered stuff in the first like 30 minutes to an hour, and you just coast on that until the last 10% where suddenly you're getting super fucked over because you didn't get enough overpowered stuff. you're walking on those gold-plated crutches for a while before a guy with a big baseball bat hits you in them and it dents because it's made of gold. Career Day didn't end up like that, luckily, but that's kind of that's just my stigma, I guess. You offer a fresh take on your existing Final Fantasy V content that moves beyond simple job rankings into unpredictable live problem solving. This leverages your expertise in the game's boss AI while ensuring the gameplay remains distinct from your previous level 1 or worst job videos. This worst job video thing is really funny because I think it's my highest viewed video by a lot, and I tried to rewatch it like a month or two ago, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I sounded like this a year or two ago. I think my script writing and script narrating skill has improved pretty dramatically since then, so there's a part of me that's like, damn, I wish I could go back in time and like make that video again, but better, so that people would have a much better like just experience watching it, because I find it hard to go back to, but I think that's just a YouTuber thing. That's not unique to me. Like, anybody who goes back to their videos from 1-2 years ago is gonna think they're shit. The inherent risk of running out of ammunition against the late-game bosses provides a compelling hook for long-form viewers. Yeah, if only it wasn't really fucking easy to just buy 99 of all 3 throwing scrolls. That would be just tragic, right? Ranking every Final Fantasy VI Esper. I don't know why YouTube thinks I've ever played 6, because I haven't. I've never played 6 on this channel in any form. I'm not even sure I've ever shown footage of 6. The closest thing is me playing as Terra during my Dissidia streams. We stack the magical essence of the Warring Triad against the harsh reality of endgame optimization, weighing the raw stat boots? Yeah, Bahamut's got those Tims, against the niche utility of Quetzali? I'm kind of far away from my computer right now, I can't see it very well. We dissect how specific Esper bonuses dictate character growth, determining if flashy summon animations actually justify the previous idea. Final Fantasy VI is an extremely easy game, I've heard, and I don't know if this... Would Final Fantasy VI fans even be interested in this? Like, ranking them based on design, I could definitely see that. Like, one of my video ideas I have on my, like, a big notepad document is ranking all the 5 monster sprites. I probably won't be doing that anytime soon. That's like a last-ditch effort. Like, tactical utility? I don't know. I don't know enough about 6 to know how much people would actually give a shit about that, but considering what I do know is that the game is really easy, it doesn't seem like the most interesting thing. Maybe, I mean, if I was a Final Fantasy VI channel, for whatever reason, then maybe that would be interesting. Let's generate some more, burn some more forests down. Beating Final Fantasy V using only reactions and passive job abilities. The fuck is a reaction? What the hell is this thumbnail? Who is that? Stripping away every active command forces us to survive solely on counter, cover, and image. That was a video I watched sometime last year, I think, or earlier this year. The guy who beat Final Fantasy VIII, or tried to, using only counterattacks. I think he could heal with potions and stuff, but he could only do damage with counter. We're testing if passive job traits alone can sustain a party through the Void's deadliest encounters. Honestly, that's not like a terrible idea, doing the Final Fantasy V equivalent of that, of just giving everyone counter. There was a guy, I think, who did a challenge run of 5. It was only Berserk. Not like Berserker, it was just Berserk. He could still choose whatever job, but they had to have the Berserk passive on. And that was interesting. So honestly, this is the best one so far, beating 5 with only counter. The concept directly builds on your history of testing job tiers by removing player agency entirely. Well, if I did do this, I would fucking still be able to use items. I would probably just only have items. Maybe I would, I don't know. When it comes to challenge runs like this, where the rules are very malleable, I tend to want to push the rule as far as I can without thinking I would annoy myself out of wanting to do it. Like, you go to Seer for the most ridiculous challenge runs that a person could think of, and no one would actually want to do it except for him, because, like, no one has the patience for that kind of shit. But when I was doing the only mages, only attack run, I was thinking very deliberately on what I would allow, which is how we got to the point where it's like you can only use tents and cottages, and you can't use the defend command, you can only use row. Although I think someone pointed out in that video that I accidentally did use defend one time, which is funny. So how I try to think about runs like this is, if you can do a counter-only run with using potions and items and not using Curaga, then I might as well just do the run with only using potions, because it's like, okay, I'm using Cure, Cura, Curaga, White Wind, or whatever, but I'll constantly be thinking, could I just not be using this? Like, could I just only be using high potions or elixirs or whatever? So I might as well just do that from the start. It's just one of the many things that varies from person to person, just depends on, I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm yapping about at this point. The point is that this is actually like a decent idea. I don't think I would do it, but who knows. 5 infamous random encounter enemies that ruined my best Final Fantasy runs. Again, the fucking thumbnails, like, why is there so much purple? Why did the thumbnails look purple and blue? Actually, let me look at these. Like, it's blue and orange. It's that fucking Marvel movie shit, where it's just only blue and orange because they're the most pleasant to look at complementary colors. We navigate the brutal intersection of RNG and hubris, okay, we changed a word, by dissecting the specific random encounters that oh my god, it's just word salad. Great Malboros. Oh, this isn't a 5 thing, this is just like any Final Fantasy. So it's just fucked up random encounters. That's another thing I think I'm not going to do this video because it's like too vague for me. So feel free to steal it, or any other thing I mentioned in this video. If any of these AI-generated ideas strike your interest, then I say you do it. Be the change you want to see in the world and make YouTube's AI actually worth having. I dare you. It's like the Sword of Damocles, except the AI is going to be the one to cut the rope. The idea was, like, randomly difficult enemies, because 5 is a pretty easy game. For the most part, like, enemies are very easy to kill, have low HP. I was going to do a video of just randomly difficult enemies like Jackanapes, or the Prototype, or the Shield Dragon, or the Skull Eater. Like, the obvious ones like that, but then also the Bio Soldier in Crescent. How if he's left alone and you hit him, he counters with a full party bio. But yeah, I thought that was just, like, kind of too vague. So I probably won't bother doing that, but I'm good to see that the YouTube AI is, like, on the same page. You win Final Fantasy V using only jobs with 0 magic intelligence. We test if brute force can ever... Okay, so it's just, like, can you beat the game with physical jobs? If you can beat the game with mages only using their strength stats, then yeah, I'm pretty sure you could beat the game with a double gripping knight or a double grip berserker or whatever. I mean, again, when it comes to Final Fantasy V, the answer to the question, can you can just interrupt it right there and say yes, because Samurai Goro RNG manipulated a single berserker to beat Neo Exdeath. And also Seer is in the process of making his Final Fantasy V video. There's, like, basically nothing that you can't do in this game. There definitely has to be a limit somewhere. Like, you obviously can't beat this game with a level 1 berserker. I legitimately don't think it'd be possible. And well, I don't know, maybe even then, it's like if you glitch in somehow, if you were to somehow get, like, a World 1 Aegis shield, you just RNG manipulate for the shield to block literally everything. Like, it gets the 33% chance of blocking physical attacks and of blocking magic attacks every time. Although even then, I don't know, a level 1 Berserker probably wouldn't be able to do too much damage. Yeah, they can ignore defense. Maybe they can actually... I don't know. This is so not worth worrying about. I'm just distracting myself because watching fucking YouTube AI is depleting my brain cells. Testing every GBA exclusive boss using only the worst pixel remaster tactics. What the fuck does this mean? We pit the exclusive 5 advanced super bosses against the absolute bottom tier strategies popularized by Pixel Remaster's mechanical shifts. Pixel Remaster might have made a lot of bad changes to the gameplay of 5, but it wasn't like enough to... I mean, why am I even like entertaining the possibility that this makes any sense at all? It's literally just saying words, like GBA bosses, so it has to be in advance or the ugly mobile version, but using the gameplay of a completely different game. This is like the fucking Smash Bros thing, like, dude, if Brawl Meta Knight fought Melee Fox, who would win? It's like, okay, well, how do you determine the physics of that? Like, you can't. There's no right answer because it just can't happen. The idea perfectly, yeah, that's a word, bridges your deep knowledge of 5 advanced content with the contemporary discourse surrounding Pixel Remaster balancing. Leveraging, man, I never really understood the... Like, a lot of people can tell when something is written by an AI because there's M dashes. It loves to use M dashes and it loves the phrase, it's not just X, it's Y. I've never been super good at identifying that, but I've only been doing this for a half hour. I've checked like 9 of these, and it already repeats itself constantly. This is kind of illuminating. Oh, that was the 10th one, not the 9th one, sorry. Finishing Final Fantasy III without using magic or purchasing any consumable items. Well, if I did play 3 again, it probably would be without using magic. Well, that's probably not true, because Curaja is amazing and Bahamut is great. And purchasing any consumable items, so you had to just find them. Just find an enemy that drops potions and high potions and X potions, and there you go. Attacking magic sucks ass in Final Fantasy III. At least NES. I don't know what kind of shit was up with Pixel Remaster. This challenge allows you to transition your established expertise in job system mechanics from Final Fantasy V to its predecessor, maintaining your mechanical heavy focus while offering fresh content. Ugh. Playing Final Fantasy VI. Who the fuck is this? This is a goddamn Warhammer character. Also, is this thing behind him a mountain, or is it like one of those titans from Xenoblade 2? What the hell is... At least it's not orange or blue, it's yellow. We bypass every shop and chest to survive solely on the erratic loot of rare world map encounters. Moving from Final Fantasy V to 6 allows you to apply your deep mechanical expertise. I'm so sick of reading those words, and it's only been 30 minutes. Finding the quickest and dirtiest GameFAQs boss strategies. What the video is just, I went to GameFAQs and looked at what other people said, and I'm going to read it to you. We're diving back into the 1990s archives. Also, what the hell is going on in this fucking thumbnail? What? It's just like he's like watching the intro of Mega Man X, except it's instead of Mega Man X, it's like a Dragon Ball fusion of the man in the yellow hat and Curious George. We're diving back to the 1990s archives to unearth the most unhinged, broken, and downright lazy boss strategies ever posted to GameFAQs. I wonder if it's saying this specifically, because I remember mentioning on a stream once how the official Final Fantasy V strategy guide for the PS1 version, I think, recommends that you steal 8 Dragoon Spears, or Dragon Spears, whatever, and have all 4 of your characters dual wield them to beat Shinryu. That was not GameFAQs' fault. That was like Brady Guides or whoever the fuck made that guide. We'll test these ancient text file exploits against Go-Go and Neo X Death, proving whether these pro tactics are legitimate tactical masterstrokes or just nostalgic fever dreams of chaos. I've seen the word chaos more than a few times now too. There is actually a guy who has made multiple, I think it's he plays the mobile version, where he beats enemies that you're not supposed to beat through brute force, with brute force. Like, he beats Go-Go to death, he beats the Magic Pot to death. So just go to that guy's videos, I guess. Ranking common Final Fantasy enemies that consistently wipe my party during streams. This is the same shit, except the thumbnail's red. And I assume this thing on the left is supposed to be a Tonberry. Malboro's Bad Breath, oh yeah, Tonberry. This thing on the right is supposed to be a Malboro? Just a Cthulhu. We rank these run enders. Okay, this is the same shit. Beating Final Fantasy IV using only Cid in an airship. Oh wait, no, in an airship focused. Well, it doesn't have a hyphen here. The airship focused challenge stream. We're stripping the party down to Sid Polendina. Is that his name? Hold on, I'm looking this up. That actually is. I didn't even know he had a last name. Okay. By ignoring standard magical utility and relying solely on blunt force and tactical capital U upgrade management. Dude, Sid fucking sucks. He can equip hammers and he has Libra, and that's it. This challenge leverages your established blah blah blah. Compelling underdog narrative. I guess I can't argue with you there. Explaining the weirdest back attack glitches and mechanics. Is there glitches involving getting back attacked? Soloing Final Fantasy IV with Tella while managing limited MP and old status. He's just old. That's not a status in 4. We're pushing Tella's fragile frame to the limit, navigating the endgame with a static 90 MP pool and the crippling old status. How the fuck does the YouTube AI know that Tella has 90 MP, but doesn't know that old isn't in 4? Like, yes, he is old, obviously, but like, what? Every Osmos cast becomes a desperate calculation against dwindling resources. I mean, this is also ignoring the fact that Tella is not playable at all past the, like, quarter mark or third mark or whatever. When is the last time he's playable? Is it the Magnet Cave? Considering I played through 4 fucking a month ago, you'd think I'd remember this. Just game facts again. Ranking Final Fantasy V bosses based on how easily they succumb to terrain. So it's just only using Gaia. But you also rank the bosses based on how easily they... What the... I don't do tier list content. I mean, I guess it... Like, I did make 2 tier list videos relatively recently, so I really have no one to blame but myself. But my tier list related videos were very, very far and few between. We're methodically testing which legendary enemies instantly fold to Earthshaker or Magma Blast. I don't think... Earthshaker is the summon, and Magma Blast is... I assume is fake. Hold on, let me look this up. If it's real, I've never fucking seen it. Magma. No, just control effing magma gives me the no. So I don't know what the fuck. I don't know if there's any enemy move or just any move in the game called Magma Blast. What the fuck is this? Oh shit, is this what YouTube thinks Omega is? The Shinryu is like accurate enough, but Omega is not just the fucking Iron Giant from Iron Giant. Without using any common game-breaking cheese strategies. Well, I did do that in the original level 1 run. Well, it's a Shinryu anyway. Omega, I will admit, I cheesed him with Stop Song. Stripping away the safety nets of rapid-fire dual cast and chemist concoctions. We rely on raw mechanical mastery and niche job synergies to survive Giga Flare and Tidal Wave. Do they have Giga Flare? I've never been hit by it, if they do. Proving that 5's deepest tactical layers outshine the standard game-breaking exploits. You are not supposed to fight Omega and Shinryu legitimately. They're stupid gimmick fights that aren't fun. Beating Final Fantasy V without equipping any jobs, weapons, or accessories. This is probably Seer's video. He's probably going to use this thumbnail exactly. Not because it's AI generated, he just, like, came up with that. Ranking Final Fantasy V dungeon gimmicks from most creative to most frustrating. I don't know. How many dungeons even have a gimmick? There's like Jackal Cave has a gimmick, has like quotation marks gimmick at the very beginning where you press a button. The ingenious and agonizing by dissecting the mechanical complexity of 5's dungeon gimmicks. We put the fluid navigation of the sunken tower against the maddening, invisible pitfalls of the Great Sea Trench. I'm just like quickly going over the dungeons in my head. I don't know how many have gimmicks. Most of them are just to get to the end. It's not like this is a Zelda game. Guido's Cave has that rock thing in the beginning, with you put the rock in the chest, but it's like the most pointless shit ever. Attempting a solo Ferris run using only the most inefficient combat commands. There were some people in my Discord that actually came up with a kind of idea like this, where you're only allowed to use the worst abilities in the game. And it was more creative than you'd think. It's not like, oh, you can only use jump and hide. It was like, you can use white magic, but you can only use level 2 white magic, because that doesn't have cure. You can only use level 2 black magic, which has, like, toad, and sleep, and poison. You know, shit like that. It was much more interesting than what I'm looking at right now. Apparently this is what Ferris looks like. YouTube knows that Ferris is a pirate, and nothing else. We're stripping Ferris of every tactical advantage, forcing a solo trek through Galoof's world, only Galoof's world, using only the most inefficient RNG-dependent combat commands, by banning rapid fire and dual cast for clunky alternatives like image or check. Okay. By banning strategies like rapid fire in favor of RNG heavy commands, you leverage your... I hate reading the word leverage. I'm going to go back in time and ban pulleys. Surviving Final Fantasy V randomizer using only commands from the mediator job. Again, if you want this, minus the randomizer part, if you want this, go watch Backlog Buster. He did that shit already. Let's try typing something specifically. Let's just type in Mischief Makers and see what happens. I'm kind of afraid of what the fucking thumbnails are gonna be like here. Unless it's just gonna be the same anime shit. Yeah, it's just like the exact same. Achieving an S rank on every Mischief Makers level without taking damage. That's kind of like what you need to do, yeah. If you take damage, then you probably lost the S rank. Not because there's anything related with damage, just because the S ranks in that game are so insanely strict that you don't even have 1 second to lose. Tackle the frame-perfect grabs and rhythmic shakes required to master Marina's unique movement. Why Mischief Makers is Treasure's most misunderstood and innovative N64 masterpiece. Why do they think Marina looks like a fucking freaky in-between of Hatsune Miku and Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot? I don't know if it's misunderstood, just not many people have played it. It's kind of hard to misunderstand it. It's very in-your-face with what it's about. That's what Treasure is good at, is making in-your-face games. Well, I guess Ikaruga and Radiant Silvergun are kind of weird, but for the sake of my argument, I'm going to ignore them. I also don't know how innovative it is. It's innovative in that they actually made a 2D side-scroller on the N64. Can you complete Mischief Makers using only the basic shake mechanic? So no throwing? I'm gonna go with probably not. We're pushing this clunky movement to its absolute limit. Where's raw friction? I keep saying that too. Sensing if raw friction can conquer Neocurman? What the hell is this? I want to make a Mega Man joke, but I don't even know what a Neocre... Neocre? Neocra? This is Marina? Now she looks like... I don't even know. What the hell is this? 2 JRPG experts discuss why Mischief Makers deserves a modern remake. And for some reason, I assume this is supposed to be me. That looks exactly like me. This is actually a picture of me right now. I'm watching that YouTube video demonstrating the Crystal Flash in Super Metroid. Mischief Makers remains a mechanical anomaly, blending Treasure's chaotic boss design with physics-based puzzles. Yeah, sure. That modern hardware could finally perfect. We break down why Marina's Shake movement system outclasses generic platformers, arguing that its tactile complexity and eccentric art style deserve a revival alongside the high skill mastery. I don't think I want to see RTX on Marina, personally. I like how dinky she looks with her Donkey Kong Country 3D. Pairing the quirky mechanics of Mischief Makers and Final Fantasy V job systems. That's good. We juxtapose the chaotic physics-based grabbing of Mischief Makers against the rigid tactical mastery of... What? The job systems are not niche. There are still games being made today that have them, but very, very few games play anything like Mischief Makers. Shake boosts and Galoof. By dissecting Marina's shake boosts... Are those supposed to be boots? Shake boots? That doesn't make sense either. And Galoof's a dual cast synergy. I don't know what the hell this is trying to say. Why Mischief Makers soundtrack is secretly the best music on the 64. Look, I like Mischief Makers and I like its soundtrack, but there's no goddamn way you could possibly make this argument. I mean, you know, art is subjective and all that, but I find this difficult to even attempt to make an argument for. We pushed past and it's the 64's muffled audio hardware to prove Masato Nakamura's Mischief Maker score outclasses every symphonic rival through its jagged industrial pop brilliance. Is the soundtrack industrial pop? I don't know anything about music beyond I like listening to it, so I'm not exactly sure. You got me on a technicality, YouTube. How about Mega Man Battle Network? I have not done any Battle Network content on this channel, not even a stream, so I'm kind of curious what it'll try and generate. Ranking every Mega Man Battle Network folder code from best to worst. See, that actually does sound interesting. And I definitely would not be the person to do it, but I'm curious if someone has done it. I know that the only code I know for sure that is, like, definitely the best is S code in Battle Network 5. But yeah, if there's, like, if people could actually make a ranking video like that, I would like to see it. Can you beat Battle Network 3 using only support-style programs? Who the fuck is this? No, I was gonna say there's no black people in Battle Network, but that's actually not true. There's more black people in the Battle Network series than all of the rest of the Mega Man games combined. We strip Mega Man of his offensive power to see if the custom team and crown styles provide enough tactical utility to survive the late-game gauntlet. Dismantle Alpha. I don't even know. Can you beat Battle Network 1 using only wood elemental chips? Yeah, probably. Battle Network 1's pretty easy. Why Battle Network 2 style change outclasses modern JRPG job systems? When you think about it, the styles are basically jobs. We analyze how elemental affinities and combat-driven transformations force tactical adaptations, creating a dynamic progression loop that makes even the most specialized character classes feel surprisingly obsolete. What? Is this supposed to be Mega Man? Every Mega Man Battle Network 6 cross ranked by strategy and boss utility. This was also another video I would like to do. I would like to see someone else make, because when I played through 6, I basically never used the crosses or Beast Out. Beast Out just because it's ridiculously overpowered, and the crosses just because, well, mostly just because I fucking forgot they existed. But also they're just kind of lame. Like 6 is so easy that I just didn't find any need to ever experiment. But whenever I watch PvP stuff of 6, people are abusing the cross. Well, not really abuse. I don't know if you call it abusing. It's PvP. Just use whatever you got. People are using the crosses and Beast Out liberally, which, you know, makes sense. I'm planning on doing a Battle Network with viewers, like PvP with viewers thing relatively soon. I don't have a date set for it yet, and I don't know when this video is going to be uploaded, so that might be funny to, like, in hindsight, that my lack of Navi Cross is going to be my ultimate undoing. Beating Battle Network 2 post-game without using any style changes. That sounds annoying and boring. Can you beat Battle Network 4 using only one-use gimmick chips? They're all one-use gimmick chips. What does that even mean? Navigate brutal boss patterns, it's just duo, and agonizingly slow combat cycles without reliable damage. I don't even know. It's not even, like, saying anything specifically. It doesn't point out any specific chips. What is a one-use gimmick chip? Is this Mega Man? Who the fuck is this? Is that Shinryu? When the hell does a big blue dragon show up in Mega Man Battle Network 4? I didn't do the post-game. Did it show up then? Beating Battle Network 6 using only chips that require precise timing. I was gonna say, like, every chip requires precise timing. That's actually not true. There are, you know, the screen dims don't, obviously. That one's a real idea, you know what? I'll give you that. Final Fantasy V Boss Rush using only blue magic enemy skills, commentated playthrough. This is once again a backlog buster thing, and it's not even that hard. Blue magic is overpowered, and because you have the dancing dagger, you don't even need the Beastmaster to get all the good shit. I think the only spell that you can't get through Confusion is Thousand Needles. Well, you can still get it. Like, enemies will use that on you naturally later in the game, but you just can't get Thousand Needles in the Ronka Ruins. It's like the only limitation that Confusion has. You don't even have the dancing dagger in the fucking World 1, so I don't even know what I'm talking about. This YouTube AI shit is making me stupider. It's actually making me lose information about the game that I thought I was informed about. The Ultimate Final Fantasy V job tier list based on utility and synergy. If you want a job tier list, I made a YouTube post about it once. I'm never going to make a job tier list video because you can get a pretty good idea. I mean, aside from just looking at the list that I made, you can get a pretty good idea of what I think about jobs by watching my primer videos. The wind crystal jobs, water crystals, etc. Exploring Final Fantasy V hidden mechanics that speedrunners use to break the game. Here's another thing that I have on my list of video ideas is making a video about Final Fantasy V speedruns. Like I would try to, you know, get a hold of some Final Fantasy V speedrunners, talk to them about strategies where one could learn how to speedrun the game, find discords to see where these Final Fantasy V speedrunners kind of join up together, you know. It's a video that would require a lot more effort than my average Final Fantasy V videos. Like, usually for these videos, for my 5 videos, it's like, okay, I have an idea, okay, what do I know about this idea? And then I go fact-check stuff on the Final Fantasy Wiki or other people's Final Fantasy V videos, stuff like that. And then I just kind of write a script, put in the B-roll. It's not super complicated. But for a video like this, it would definitely require a lot of effort of finding out the whole history behind Final Fantasy V speedrunning. Probably not to a Summoning Salt level, like that guy is definitely a master of his craft, but I feel like I would want to do it at some point. Discussing Final Fantasy V boss designs with a professional game environment artist. If you're discussing boss designs, wouldn't you want to discuss it with a professional game character artist? Like, I mean, yeah, talking about, like, Final Fantasy V with professional artists would actually be cool. I'm just, like, get your shit together. Okay, well, it's been an hour. That went by pretty quickly. I think this is, it was fun to be confused at YouTube's stupid AI. Yeah, like I said, I don't plan on making another one of these. I have a pretty strong feeling that what you've seen in this video is like what YouTube's AI is always going to be about for Final Fantasy V. So yeah, I wouldn't expect there to be more videos like this. But it was still fun to do, so... And it's also pretty easy to make. Like, this shit isn't scripted at all. Easy to edit. Just throw some background music on and edit down any dead air or misspeaks or whatever. Any slurs. You know how it is. Get your shit together, YouTube.